If you don't have a sewing machine or can't be bothered to get it out, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use only a pen and draw realistic looking junk journal stitches on your crafts. Different styles, by the way. And if you opt in via the link in the description, you will get these printable layered pockets for free. So let me quickly show you how to draw pretty realistic looking stitches. Practice drawing these stitches on a regular sheet first, because just like with the sewing machine, once it's on, you can't get it off. But it's really easy, I promise you, and the more you practice, the better it will look. And I'm not talking about practicing days and days and days. I mean, if you practice now for 5 minutes and tomorrow for 5 minutes, you're gonna be a pro. There are several stitches that are frequently used in junk journals that you can draw, and I'm going to show you a few great examples. And the only thing you need is a pen. That's it. This is a fine liner. I actually have them in several sizes of tips, so finer and less fine. You can adjust it to what your project needs, but actually one is enough. This is my largest one, a 0.8, and I'm gonna use it to show everything because it makes it the most clear for you guys. So a stitch that is frequently used in junk journaling is actually the back stitch. It's all these little stitches right next to each other. But we have to somehow define the stitches. Otherwise we could just draw one black line, but it doesn't look realistic at all. So what you're gonna do is you're going to press your tip a little bit on the paper, and with each tip, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. I'm gonna show you. So press, release, press, release, press, release, and actually coming from the paper off. Press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, etc. You can do this quite fast. Actually, the faster you're starting to do it, the more realistic they're gonna look. And you see some of the stitches have gaps, some don't. The purpose is not to have gaps, but you're gonna have some. Especially when you're going to start being a bit quicker with your press release. There. Of course, if you want to, you can still use a ruler to keep straight. See? Press, release, press, release, press, release. If you want to be a bit neater, just use a ruler like this. There. A similar stitch that is used a bit less in junk journaling, but I wanted to show you, is just a running stitch. And it's just stitches with a big gap between. And you just also press, release to make them look like stitches. Another stitch that is very frequently used is the zigzag. And you can play so much with this. You can play with the width, you can play with the length of each stitch, etc, etc. So a normal zigzag stitch goes like this. And again, hooray for not making them all the same size, because hello, junk journaling. On a sewing machine, junk journal crafters are actually sewing wildly on purpose. And of course you can make them smaller. You can even make a zigzag stitch super small, like this, which is used in sewing a lot. And one of my favorites is you can use a zigzag stitch, but very, very grungy. It looks like your machine is broken, you know, and that's a really nice look. So you go like this, and then a bit wider, and then your tension of the machine is a bit off, etc, etc, and you just, yeah, your stitches go all the way. And I love this grunge look. What you can also do is take that running stitch from the beginning and just make. So I'm gonna make one very quickly. See, you can do this quickly. Yeah, they're a bit too far off for my liking, but you can always connect them again. And have another one, and that's a bit unstraight on purpose. See? And actually I should have done the first one not straight as well, so yeah, I'm being too quick. I should be press releasing the whole time. And then you're like on the sewing machine, trying to follow the other one, but of course that's not possible. So these are a few drawn stitches that you can do, and the more you practice, the better it will look. And let me show you with a very, very fine pen. So this is 0.8 millimeter, this is 0.2 millimeter, very, very fine pen. You have a whole different look. So for a very fine project, this would look completely different. Zigzag as well. See the difference? And of course, I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't have a project for you to practice these stitches on. If you opt in via the link in the description, you will get this sheet with pockets. There are two, so these belong together and these belong together. Of course, you can mix them up as you like. So what I'm gonna do is cut these out. So I cut these out, and optionally you can quickly ink all the edges with some black ink for extra definition. So let me show you with this one. It's very easy. Just put some thin double-sided tape on the sides and on the bottom of these two pockets, or a very narrow small bead of glue with a very fine tip. And then simply remove the backing from the biggest pocket and then line it up with the bottom of the card. Sides too. There you go. And then remove the backings from the smallest pocket and also line it up at the bottom. Very easy, like this. And then you can add stitches. You can choose which stitch you're gonna use. You can just stitch all around. So just a square on the inside. You can also stitch these if you want. Whatever you want without a sewing machine. So I'm going to do simply the back stitch all around. And I'm gonna like keep a little bit from the side. And I'm gonna press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. Gonna go all around. There, that's what it looks like, and from afar this really looks like stitching. You can always glue this on a piece of cardstock that is just a tiny bit larger. Add some inking if you want. And this piece would be an amazing addition for your junk journal, or just use it like this, or put in your journal, whatever you want. The other one you can actually even glue on the back, but I'm going to make a separate one from this one. So this one I did with a wild zigzag stitch. I used a finer pen for this one, a 0.3 pen. And yeah, see what you can do with just a pen, just a marker. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. Again, if you would like these pockets for free, just opt in via the link in the description and you will get them. And now I wish you a very crafty day. Bye bye!